Hey guys, I wanted to address two topics that go hand in hand with building your business. The first is words versus actions, and the second is want versus commitment. Now, before I get into those, I do want to just briefly touch on my journey. I think a lot of people have the misconception that because I have promoted fairly quickly, that this has been an easy process for me, that it was just a simple way to make a great deal of money. That couldn't be further from the truth, and it is also something that kind of makes me a little angry, to be honest, because it discounts all of the hard work that I've put into building my business. So I just want to set the record straight, guys. Where I am today is not because of luck. I have worked and worked and worked, much more than anybody sees to get where I am. So I want to make that clear. Okay, so let's talk about words versus actions. Too often I hear from ambassadors that they want this, that they're so excited, that they are going to build a business, they're going to do this, they want to promote, I want to go gold next month, I want to go this, whatever. Okay, that's important to have those words. Do you have the actions to back it up? Are you doing things to get there, or are you posting and praying? Posting on Facebook and praying that people come running to you. It's not how it works. The actions have to be there. I have 10 questions that I want to go through, and I want you guys to ask yourselves if you're doing these things to see if you are taking the actions necessary to build a successful business. I did and continue to do these things. If you don't, it's going to be tough to build a successful Plexus business. Want versus commitment is the same thing. Goes in with the words versus actions. Who doesn't want to make great money? Who doesn't want to help their friends and family, either with health or wealth? That's a pretty obvious thing. But there has to be commitment to back it up. As a former teacher, this is something I taught my students. You have to put in the effort. You can't just expect the grade without putting forth the work. Learning, growing, it's a process, and it's not always pain-free. So I know my teacher friends out there understand where I'm coming from, and they know that anything worth having requires work, okay? Here's what I want to ask you. I've got 10 questions. I want you to ask yourselves this. Are you reaching out to people? Are you picking up the telephone? Are you sending text messages or private messages on Facebook? Are you talking to people in person? If not, you need to do that. I don't ever want to hear somebody tell me that their network is dried up, because I've been doing this longer than you, if you're watching this on my team, obviously, and my network is not dried up, and it's not because I have my network isn't 1 million people, okay? It's not because mine's larger. Your network is not dried up, okay, until every single person in your network is on Plexus. So don't ever say that, okay? Not everybody's going to jump on board, but your network is never dried up, okay? Period. End of story. Number 2, are you stepping outside of your comfort zone regularly? Are you doing things that scare you on a regular basis? You can't just do it once and say, okay, I'm good, I did something scary. No, you guys, you have to do something all the time. This has to be a regular thing. Number 3, are you educating and training yourself and your downline? I see a lot of ambassadors that they just use their sponsor as a crutch. They don't ever go find information for themselves. They don't ever train themselves. When I first started, nobody knows this, but I would sit in my room after the kids had gone to bed, and I would watch video after video and listen to call after call, hours. My husband made fun of me, but I did this. I trained myself. I wanted to soak up as much information as I could, and I found that if I went to YouTube, I could find all sorts of resources, that we have so many recorded calls that we can listen to. And then, as I built a team, I made sure that I was passing along anything that I found useful to my downline, or making a video like this that I think is important. Number 4, are you committing and giving your best effort? This goes back to posting and praying. Posting and praying, you guys, you might get a few hits. You might get a few bites from doing that. Committing to give your best effort. That was one thing that I did from the start. I didn't know where this business was going to take me. I didn't know if I could be successful. I didn't. But I said, I'm going to give it a full year, and I'm going to see what can happen if I give it my best effort. A year, that's not too much to ask. for something that can be so rewarding. I don't know. I think that right there is a perfect example of successful people versus unsuccessful people. Putting forth the commitment and giving a time frame with which you are willing to commit. Number 5, are you reaching out for support from your upline or your sidelines? If you have an issue and you can't get it resolved, are you reaching out to people? First of all, I didn't always go to my sponsor. My sponsor, Emily, was a wealth of information, but she was also busy a lot of times. And I wanted to connect with other people. So I was reaching out to sidelines or even people that weren't even on our team, trying to get help, answers, suggestions. Reach out to people. We have the mentality of one Plexus. Use that. Number 6, are you trying new approaches? You can't just keep doing the same thing. Okay, I'm going to post on Facebook. Okay, I haven't had an online opportunity event in a few months, so I'll do that, and then hopefully things will go. You got to do new things. Host a booth. You're reaching out to new people. I just heard a wonderful video from Chris McCall, and he had a great idea for reaching out to people that are hairdressers, calling the owners of salons and saying, how would you like to provide yourself and your stylists with the opportunity to make money without having to keep any inventory on your shelves and your staff coming to work a lot happier? Boom. Okay, so now what he suggested is that they don't ever have to say Plexus. They put a digital picture frame on one of their shelves and just have before and after pictures scrolling. You want to know what's going to happen? The people that sit in those chairs for an hour, 2 hours, I know it takes me a long time to get my hair done. They're going to ask about it, okay? Oh, all you have to do to order is go to my website. Simple. Are you trying something like that? Are you visiting salons? That sounds like a great idea. I have plans to do that, and I'm so excited about it. Try new approaches. Number 7, are you expanding your network? For those of you that use the excuse, which I don't like excuses, that your network's dried up, everybody that wants to use Plexus is on it or has tried it or whatever, that's shame on you. You need to expand your network. You need to do something new. You need to join a group, join a church, join a gym, do something to expand your network. Are you hosting events in person? These don't have to necessarily be where you're inviting potentials. This can be just training for people in your area. Maybe you just have one ambassador on your team in your area. Have them come over, grab a bottle of wine, and do some training together. Okay? Online events count as well. Host events. Okay? Don't rely on your upline to host them. You do it. Number 9, do you believe in yourself, the products, and the company? Number 1, you have to believe in yourself, you guys. And I didn't at the start. I didn't. I set the commitment, so I knew I was committed. And I slowly started to find belief in myself. And really, I think I've said this before, you guys know this, that belief hit when I was at convention. I got myself to convention, and that was huge. I had every excuse in the book for not going to convention, and then I made it happen. June is the month of our anniversary, so I just told my husband, can this just be my anniversary gift? You don't have to get me anything. I just want to go to convention. Found a way to get myself there. In the process, I found belief in myself, belief in the products, and belief in the company. So do things that are going to help you get there. Number 10, set goals and specific steps to achieve them. It drives me bonkers when people tell me, I want to go gold or I want to go this, but don't know what it even takes. You have to know how to get there. This stuff is all on the team page. This stuff, if it's not on the team page, which most of it is, can be found on YouTube. It can be found somewhere. You need to know what your next step is and how to get there, okay? Maybe your next step, your goal is not a promotion. Maybe it's a PV. Think about how many customers it's going to take to get you there. How many new people are you going to have to reach out to? Count on maybe for every 10, 20, 30 no's you get, you're going to get one yes. So figuring out that, those numbers, how many people are you going to have to talk to, okay? This is so worth it. Not just the money. The money is absolutely worth it, okay? But it's not just worth it for the money. The personal growth, the friendships, the helping other people improve their health, building a team and working with people to achieve their dreams, I'm sorry, but if you're too busy or you just have something else on your mind that is worth more than that, there's nothing I can really say. That's just how, I guess, you have to choose your priorities. And for me, I can't imagine not doing this. This has been incredible in more ways than I can even mention. And it is so worth it if you are willing to do what is necessary, if you're willing to take actions, if you're willing to make a commitment and not expect a miracle landing in your lap and you just sitting back and letting the money come in and the promotions roll by. Not going to happen, okay? So I hope this was helpful. I want nothing more than for this team to succeed, to be happy, to improve the lives of your friends and family. I just want to help, but I also want you guys to know what it takes. We have an amazing opportunity in front of us. We have to use it. We have to put forth the effort. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend.